I legit did not know that like the term for my dick was it was uncircumcised till I was in ninth grade. When I
Oh,
went to high school and someone came up to me and they're like, "Oh, you want your dick uncircumcised like your brothers?" And I was like,
I don't know.
"I thought you were a Spanish teacher. What's going on here?" All right, gang, welcome to another episode of the Working Perspectives Podcast presents Ask AI. We got a great one for you today. We ask AI an amazing question, we get some amazing feedback, and we have some incredible stories along the way. It's going to be a blast. Stick around, enjoy the show. Love you, see you, bye!
Dicks are hilarious, and they always have been. And even the greatest sculptors in the world knew that you make the dick the star of the show. Everybody's laughing. Everybody's laughing at your work.
Dude, I just said a Sudzie Donk, and you knew exactly what I was talking about.
I knew exactly. Well, yeah. I said I had a friend in high school with a huge penis, and you were like, Sudzie Donkashane? I was like, you goddamn right.
It was Sudzie Donk.
I have a question for you. Would dicks be as funny without the balls?
What culture do you think has the most nicknames for a dick? It's got to be Italian.
70. I don't know what this maturity thing is about, but 70-year-old dudes are left making dick jokes in a locker room. It doesn't. Yeah. That is immune to maturity.
Should I ask AI, do they know any dick jokes? Hello and welcome to the Working Perspectives Podcast presents Ask AI. I'm Matt Lavelle, accompanied by the one and only Bern Podcasy. On this show, we'll be asking AI the hard-hitting questions and seeing if AI truly has all the answers. There is no question too crazy, no inquiry too outrageous, and no query too queer. AI may have all the answers, but we're here to prove that you can't have great answers without great questions. If you'd like to send us some questions to Ask AI, please comment on this episode or message us on all podcast platforms and YouTube at Work Perspectives Podcast. And please remember to check out all our shows airing Tuesdays at 5 a.m. and Fridays at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Tonight's question is, hey AI, why are dicks so hilarious? Enjoy the show. Why are Schmeckles so hilarious? Nuts on the chin of that intro. Benoit, how are you, my good man?
Doing great, buddy. Doing great. Really excited for our topic tonight because
totes excited.
It is undeniable that dicks and jokes about dicks are hilarious. And I think it's time we got to the bottom of it.
I'll tell you, dude, it is something that's been handed down from generation to generation to generation. When I was in Italy, Rome specifically, humble brag, been to Europe, no big deal, I'm cultured. When in Rome,
look at some dicks.
I'll tell you this, dude, it's Dick City, right? Like they was just using dicks to mark everything. Apparently, what it was is that if you see like all the old buildings, like if you went to like the Forum or the Coliseum or anything like that, they would carve dicks in the stone and the dicks would point in the direction of the brothel. So when you're like, let's go get some puss, where do we go? Oh, follow the dicks, right? And then it was just a hot cock showing you which way to go. You know what I mean?
It's also really funny too, because like, these are like where some of the greatest works of art have ever been like, created and stored and shown. And like even the most talented sculptors in the entire world, can't make a sculpture without dicks being kind of funny. Like those tiny little sculpture dicks are hilarious. And I don't know. I mean, listen, I don't know all the reasons why dicks are funny, but like you see these statues, right? Of
Yeah.
these like of just these goddess women, right? These beautiful women. Like everything just kind of flows, right? It's
Yeah.
curvy,
Oh
it's
yeah.
voluptuous, everything looks
Oh
like it's
yeah.
where it should be.
Oh
The
yeah,
out
daddy.
parts are out, the in parts are in, and it makes sense from head to toe, top to bottom. You go, that looks like something that an intelligent designer would create. And
Saddle up
then
his mug and ride.
right? And then you get to like the statue of David, and you're like, I mean, the precision is incredible. Like every muscle is right, every sinew is right. And then he's got this tiny little chump dick because I think that even sculptors realize, listen, we got to make these dicks as small as possible, or else they're going to dominate the entire sculpture. No one's going to look at anything else but the dicks, and let's just shrink them down and try to make them as unnoticeable as possible. Dicks are hilarious, and they always have been. And even the greatest sculptors in the world knew that you make the dick the star of the show. Everybody's
Dude,
laughing. Everybody's laughing at your work.
I would love if like who was it? Socrates or Leonardo, whoever was making these statues of David, right? I would love if
Michelangelo made the statue of
Michelangelo.
David.
Okay. So I love if Michelangelo is whacking out this statue of David and he's like afterwards goes and talks to Socrates and he's like, dude, I'm enjoying my work doing the sculptor, but David just won't shut up about his diet and how he's gone vegan and how he did a cleanse so he could be extra shredded for the sculpt. And, Socrates is like, you know what you should do to get
You want to
back
have
at
the
him for
last?
being
You
so
want to have the
annoying?
last laugh here?
You want to have the last laugh? Just give him a tiny little acorn dick.
Give him a little
Tiny
baby
little
dick.
acorn dick.
Give him
Give
a
him a
little
little
baby
baby
dick.
schmecky. Little baby schmecky. Or what if dicks have just evolved so much over the years? Like a big dick has just been able to been passed down to pass down to pass down to pass down that back then that was a good size hog. And now dicks have just evolved so much that they're looking at that like, bro, how cold was it in that studio, daddy? You know what I mean? Like,
Listen, there might be some truth to that. Although I figure like you look at the dick on the statue of David, you're like, how did the population continue to procreate? You know what I mean? Like, how are
right.
we here right now? If the average size of a dick was an acorn and a half, um,
Yeah.
evolutionarily, that's not advantageous. I have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
Would dicks be as funny without the balls?
No, not even close. The
Not
balls,
even
it's the
close, right?
show. It's the full show. You need the twig in the coin purse. Otherwise, it's just, like it almost looks like a tumor. You know what I mean?
But like if
It's
those
like it's
you
just
think
because it's like otherwise it's just like oh he's got a finger hanging off him. Like you need the coin pouch.
but like does the coin pouch make it more realistic or more funny? Because also balls are objectively hilarious. Like
Oh, so funny.
there's nothing weirder on a human body, male or female, than a scrot. You know what I mean?
Ah, a
Like,
skirt is all daddy. It's everything.
and I feel like the older you get, like the smaller your dick gets, but like the longer your scrot gets. And like that's not what anyone has ever wanted. No one wants to sign up for that deal. I don't know your dick gets smaller. It just I guess it's just like it just it kind of starts going home. You know what I mean? Like you
Yeah.
ever see an old guy in the locker room and you're like, I don't know, I hear he's got 9 kids, but like all I can see are balls. Like it's just nothing but bush and balls. Um, so
It
I
looks
think
like a squirrel's nest with an acorn in it.
yeah,
Like
I th- I think we'd be remiss. Like yes, dicks are hilarious, but they wouldn't be nearly as funny without the incredible anatomical anomaly that is the balls.
a good set of meaty clackers. Good set of meaty clackers. Dude, a couple other things too. I was thinking about this. It's like dicks in general, it's just one, it's been throughout time. Dicks is it's timeless. It's the timeless joke, right? A million things to do about it. I would love if someone did, and I bet someone has, to do the evolution of the different nicknames for a dick, right? Like just throughout the years, like why do we call it a dick? Why dick? It's the medical term is penis, right?
Right?
But why dick? Where did dick come from? Where did cock come from? Where did hose hound come from? You know, like obviously hose, I get it, fire hose, it looks like spits water, blah blah blah. Get that, right? You know what I mean? But like, why cock? Because of the rooster? You
What?
know?
What? No, because I mean, yeah, a rooster's a male, but it's not like roosters are walking around hanging dong where you look at all the animals in the animal
Why
kingdom.
dong? Why
Why dong?
dong?
Uh,
Why dong? Why wang? Why
why
wang?
anything? Why the old Brits used to call it a tallywhacker. I mean, that's a hilarious name for a dick. A tallywhacker. I mean, even the names that we give to dicks are kind of ridiculous and hilarious. I feel like on some subconscious level, we're all in on the joke. And like, there's some women out there who might not understand. Like, I'm sure there are women out there who are like, I have sexual attraction to men, and I enjoy a good penis. And there are also women out there who are like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm just trying to get through my sexuality, but like that thing's always been hilarious to me.
Yeah.
And we don't help by continuing to give it hilarious and ridiculous like pseudonyms. Like a tallywhacker, a
Yeah.
schlong. What
Dude, I
kind of word is
remember.
schlong? What's the
Yeah.
etymology of schlong?
Schlong.
What?
Where does schlong come from? Right? I know Schmeckle is Yiddish, right? That's
Yep.
Yiddish for, I think that's Yiddish for penis, right? Or schmuck. Schmeckle or schmuck, I think is Yiddish for
No,
penis.
the schmuck. You know what a schmuck actually is?
What?
Here's how funny. Here's how funny dick jokes actually are. The schmuck is the piece of skin that's taken off the dick when it's circumcised.
They call it a schmuck?
That's a schmuck. So when someone calls you a schmuck, they're telling you you are a useless piece of skin that was cut off a dick. You're
I
useless dick
mean,
skin.
useless dick skin. You're a schmuck.
Useless.
I mean,
What a schmuck means.
dude, daddy, that is, I mean, you nailed it, babe. Nailed it.
Schmuck's hilarious. It's a hilarious
Schmuck is
insult.
great. Schmuck is so good. Yeah, I mean, you can call it whatever you want, as long as, you're playing with it. I could give a
Yeah,
shit.
just yeah. As long as you guys,
You can call it
as long as you
President Barack Obama for all I give a shit. Yeah.
as long as you guys have a good dialogue going. As long as you guys are talking. Oh, you uncut bastard.
Yeah. See, that's the other thing, too, right? We're talking about, like, the variety of dick. I bet, like, that's probably where all the different names come from because there's so much variety to dicks. So much, you know?
Yeah, yeah, they come in a lot of shapes and sizes. There's you know, we have we have all perspectives covered here on Ask AI tonight,
Yeah.
and we'll let you
Yeah.
guys use your imaginations to figure out which one. But I don't think it's going to take you very long.
Do you have a favorite name for a
Like,
dick? What's the,
um,
what's your favorite one? And then what's the one you use most often?
um, my favorite one is Dong. Dong is so funny to me. I think
Dong is so good.
Dong is really, really good.
Dong is great. Dong
And
is
no
great.
one no one will ever like you drop a dong, everyone knows what you're talking about. There's no confusion in the
Yeah.
room. What I use the most is actually it's probably dick.
Yeah.
It's
I would
probably
say
dick.
dick is what I use the most. Schmeckle's probably my favorite funny
You
one.
do love a schmeckle.
I
You do
love
love a
good
schmeckle.
schmecky. I love a schmeck. Love a schmeck. You know what was one I tried to get over, but I just couldn't pull it off? There's a great Adam Sandler movie. It's a slept on Adam Sandler movie. Remember the Zohan, right?
Sure, sure.
Great. And I think Apatow might have directed it or
He did
written it.
or
Great
produced it.
movie.
He was involved. I think he directed.
Absolutely great movie. Dude, Remember the Zohan is a fantastic. It's so funny. It's just a good flick, right? Dude, you have fucking Sloane from Entourage in there. I mean, Prime Sloane. Prime Sloane?
Sloan.
Are you turning that
Sloan.
off for Prime
Come
Sloane?
on. I don't
No.
know what they were thinking trying to set her up with E.
But either way, in the movie, dude, John Turturro's in it. Like, come on. But in the movie, the one dude says, "You have a problem with your pee hosen? Your
well,
pee hosen?"
that's the other thing too, man, is like
Oh, the different dude, a Willie. I mean, I heard Irish people refer to it as their lad. You know, like,
Oh,
oh, you're a fella,
that's
you're a
cute.
lad. You know, you're a little lad down there, you're a little fella. And then in Italy, it's like, oh, I pulled out my Pishvendel, my Chuchulaminga, my Gugats, my Stugarel, my Pishvendel, my Gurel, you know, like every fucking thing. Like, dude, I mean, what culture do you think has the most nicknames for a dick? It's got to be Italian.
It's got to be Italian.
Gotta be.
Got to be. I mean, from my experience, like I've never been
Dude,
to
just the
Africa.
food
I've never.
alone.
Yeah,
Your tortellini, your tushkarel, your pishvendel, your cannoli, your pastrami, your zucchini. What, you know what I mean? Like, dude, it's endless in Italy.
and here's
Endless.
here's another thing too about the hilarity of dicks is I have a 7.5-year-old son. There is nothing in the world that he finds funnier than anything that has to do with his dick. Like any joke that he can make about his dick, anytime he could show me his dick when I'm not expecting it, like any mention of his dick and balls brings him absolute
Yeah.
glee. I didn't
Yeah.
teach him that. My wife didn't teach
But
him
it's
that.
inherent. It's
It just
inherent.
he just for whatever reason, it's hilarious because it's a hilarious thing on your body. He doesn't know
Oh, it's
what it
so
does.
funny.
He doesn't know
No,
what
no
it's supposed to
clue.
do. No
No clue how
idea.
that thing's gonna ruin his fucking life.
No, but he knows it's a riot. He
It's
knows
a
it's a
fucking
riot.
riot, dude.
He knows it's
It
the best.
is. Do
My wife
you
told a story. My wife,
okay.
my wife, uh, my son's mother works in in mental health, and she was telling me a story once a while ago about a guy who just takes his pants off
I'll
and
t-
sits in,
uh,
in the lunchroom.
yeah, yeah.
Let's just call this, I forget what the guy's name was. Let's call him Darryl, right? And my son walked in and was like, thought it was the funniest thing ever. Flash forward to like months later, we're driving back from a Phillies game. We're on the highway. He's like, Dad, I gotta pee. We gotta pull over. I'm like, all right, bud. So I pull over on the side of the highway. I walk around to the side of the car. I open the door. He's got his pants around his ankles. He's like, I'm Darryl. I'm Darryl. Like he remembered it for months and knew that a guy sitting somewhere where you didn't expect with his dick out was hilarious. And he was right. He was 100,000% right. I lost my shit. We got out of the car, and
You
then
must have
for
been so proud as a
days
father.
afterwards, just I'm Darryl.
Just all you could talk about, right?
It's a perfect joke.
Yeah, you
Perfect
nailed it.
joke.
What? I mean, okay. Let's talk about this, Bern. Has your son seen your penis?
Oh yeah,
Okay. So
yeah,
I'm expecting another child. It is a boy. I do remember I'd seen my dad's penis, you know?
sure, same.
And I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this. We didn't have the same penis.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see. I see.
You know my secret. And well, I guess it's not a secret. Fucking God, dude, I couldn't tell you how many people have fucking seen my schmeck, you know?
No, I
It's
think
in
the
the
word's out. I think the word's
Yeah, it's
out.
in the fucking hundreds at this point.
If
But
you live in Philadelphia or Montgomery County, you've probably heard tale.
yeah, yeah. So, but either way, but yeah, no, we did not. It wasn't the same. Me and my
Yeah.
brothers was the same, and I was just like, what? What? But who do you ask? What do you say? Dude,
So,
I legit did not know that like the term for my dick was it was uncircumcised till I was in ninth grade. When I
oh,
went to high school and someone came up to me and they're like, "Oh, you want your dick uncircumcised like your brothers?" And I was like,
I don't know.
"I thought you were a Spanish teacher. What's going on here?" You know? But yeah, that's how it goes.
Also, shout out Tom Lavelle, host of
Schmidt and Lavelle.
Schmidt and Lavelle podcast.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, see, that was actually
they
some.
have over 100 episodes.
So, fucking big ups to them.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
See, that was actually something that's funny, right? Because I am circumcised, but I don't really know if there was a point to it. So when we were having my son, we were having the discussion of like, do we do this? Do we not? And I was like, I kind of feel like it was just like in vogue
Yeah.
wherever I was when I was being born. And I don't really
Yeah.
see the benefits of it, but
There is none.
I decided to do it just so we would have the same dick and he wouldn't
Mm.
feel like so I could answer his questions, appropriately. Like I didn't want to
Yeah.
have any
So.
dick questions that he had that I wasn't able to answer for him.
So I know for my son, is that we're not cutting it. And my wife's European, which is like they don't cut it over there anyway.
Yeah. So no big deal.
Yeah, you just scrub it up, baby. Also, like, dude, every millimeter counts.
Listen, you don't think I haven't thought about, that that lost quarter inch over the years? Like,
Yeah,
um,
it's been in your nightmares, is where it's been.
yeah. But I think,
Also, too, it's like, it kills nerve endings and stuff when you do a snip. So
yeah.
you're taking away
And
from the pleasure.
here's what's hilarious too. Uncircumcised dick, hilarious. Circumcised dick, also hilarious. Like it
Hilarious.
doesn't actually lose any comedy. They're they're somewhat different, yet both just as ridiculously funny. That's the
Yeah,
power of dick humor.
yeah.
You can't stop it. You can't even slow it down.
Can't stop it. Can only hope to contain it. But burn. All right, we've deliberated enough. We've dick deliberated enough. Let's ask our old pal Alan. So I went to Alan. I said, "Hello, AI.
I can't wait.
Why? What's that?
I can't wait to hear AI's answer to this question.
Yeah, samesies. So I went to AI. I said, "Hello, AI. Why do men think that penises are so funny?" And they said thus. They said that's an interesting question that delves into the psychology of humor and the societal norms. There's no single answer, but here are a few factors that might contribute to why men often find humor related to penises. I mean, women, I guess, do too, but not as much as men. But here we go. First one is taboo and shock. Humor often arises from breaking social norms and taboos. Since penises are generally considered a private topic, people joke about them, can elicit laughter due to the unexpectedness and transgression of social boundaries.
I
Read
mean,
the shit out of that one, Daddy.
you really did, but also like, yes, it's taboo, and maybe that's why it's so funny. But dudes start talking about like I said, my son's 7. All he and his friends
Yeah.
do are make dick jokes to each other. So guys talk about
Oh,
their
it's Dick
dicks through
City. It's
their
Dick
whole
City.
childhood, teenage years, through their 20s, and as far as I can confirm, into their 40s. It never
Dude, you
ends.
go you go from saying like silly dick jokes to like every other word out of your mouth is like wang, cock, dong, biggle, or
Yeah,
whatever the fuck. Like you're just throwing it out there. It's all you're talking about. When you hit a teenager, you're only talking about dicks and boobs and whatever.
that's it.
So yeah, let's keep it moving. Next comment or next thing that Alan has to say, it says immaturity and wordplay. Some humor surrounding penises might stem from a sense of immaturity or adolescence, where bodily functions and private parts are still a source of fascination and giggles. Puns and wordplay related to anatomy can also contribute to this type of humor. Yeah, totally. Everyone always likes to throw out a good pun or a dick joke or something. You know what I mean?
70. I don't know what this maturity thing is about, but 70-year-old dudes are left making dick jokes in a locker room. It doesn't
Yeah.
that is immune to maturity.
Yeah. And like if
Never
it was an
offends.
all guys locker room, you're making fun of each other's dicks. You're pointing out, this about a guy's dick or this about a guy's dick. Everyone's doing it. And then the next thing that Alan says, it says social bonding and masculinity. In some male social groups, jokes about penises might serve as a way to bond and reinforce a sense of masculinity. It can be a form of locker room talk that creates camaraderie through its importance to though it's important to recognize that this type of humor can be exclusionary and offensive to others. Yeah, sometimes. Dude, we make that fucking joke all the time. Like, someone's like, man, she's like, yeah, I gave her 6 inches. Oh, what'd you do? Fuck her twice? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like everyone makes a joke about how small their dick is and how fast you blow. Like, come on, dude.
We
Standard
had a
stuff.
buddy, we had a buddy in high school who had a huge dick, and we made fun of him
Oh,
for that. We made fun of him
huge.
for that. It didn't
The
matter.
old, dude, the old Sudzie Donkashane himself?
It
The
didn't.
old Sudsy Donk?
It did not matter. We had a buddy who had a huge penis, and
Huge. Huge.
we made fun of him for that. It didn't matter. You're going to
Dude,
make fun of your friend's dick, whether it's big, small, medium. It doesn't matter. It's
cut,
not. No
uncut.
one is immune. Yeah, no one is
Yeah.
immune to it.
Dude, I just said a sudsy donk, and you knew
Yeah,
exactly what I was talking
I
about.
knew exactly. Well, yeah, I said I had a friend in high school with a huge penis, and you were like Sudzie Donkashane. I was like, you goddamn right
The
it
old
was.
sudsy donk, baby. I knew about. Come on, everybody knew about the sudsy donk.
Fan of the
You
show,
know.
listen to the show.
Fan of the show, listen to the show. Okay, and then let's keep moving, keep moving. Next thing it says is nervousness and discomfort. It says sometimes laughter about penises can be a way to deflect discomfort and or anxiety about sexuality and body image. Jokes can serve as a coping mechanism to deal with insecurities or awkwardness. True. Very true. Like to get in with a group of guys, you'll joke about how awful you are in bed or how much your wife hates your dick and all that kind of stuff. Very acceptable, common joke humor. Agreed?
Yeah, because it's something that everyone's insecure about, right? It's something that everyone is insecure about a little bit. Like you can have the greatest dick in the world, but like I said, your friends in high school might make fun of you for it. Like everybody is a
Yeah.
little bit like, I feel okay about this. On some level of like, I hate my dick, I love my dick. Most people are just like, I think it's fine. I hope
Dude,
it's
I mean,
fine.
how many times have you met like a dick hype man? You know what I mean? Like you had that one buddy that would always hype up his pal's dick. Be like, "Oh
Yeah,
my God, it's huge.
true
It's this,
heroes.
it's that, it's massive." Like how many times did, old Sudsy Donk get a handy in the closet because you guys were churching up how big his Schmecky was?
It happened. More than I did. That's for sure.
Yeah, a lot more.
More than I did.
So last thing that AI says, it says it's crucial to remember that humor is subjective, and not all men find penises related jokes funny. Additionally, it is important to be mindful of the context and audience when engaging in such humor, as it can easily become offensive or inappropriate. So there you go. And it says ultimately the reasons behind why men find humor in this topic are complex and multifaceted, stemming from a combination of social norms, psychological factors, and individual experiences. So there you go. That was AI's thoughts. Should I ask AI, do they know any dick jokes?
Can I can I tell you one?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. And you may have heard this before. This is not, there's three guys at a bar, right? They're all having a beer, and the one guy says, "Man, I think I have the biggest forearms in the entire world. I'm going to write to the Guinness Book of World Records and see if I qualify to be in there." And there was another guy who was like, "I think I have the longest big toe in the entire world. It's like 9 inches long. It's crazy. Shoes don't fit me." If you're
Yeah.
writing in, let me know. Let me know the information. I'm going to write in to see if I can see if I have the longest big toe in the world.
Yeah.
And the third guy was like, I'm pretty sure I have the smallest penis in the entire world. So let's all do this together. Let's take our pictures. Let's do our measurements. Let's send it in there. Let's see if we all can't get in this Guinness Book of World Records.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So a couple weeks later, the letters show up at the bar. First guy opens his letter. He's like, "Oh my God, I can't believe it. I am in the Guinness Book of World Records for having the biggest forearms in the entire world." And everyone, drinks on me. Congratulations. Second guy opens his letter and goes, "Guys, you're not going to believe this, but apparently I have the longest big toe in the entire world. I am going to be in the Guinness Book of World Records for the longest big toe." Again, the bar explodes, drinks on me, shots all around. And the third guy opens his letter and goes, "Who the fuck is Matt Lavelle?"
That's a great one.
It's a
That's
good,
a great one.
it's
Yeah,
a
that's
good
an
dick
awesome
joke,
one.
right? It's a good
Yeah, it's
dick
a
joke.
great dick joke. That's the perfect locker room busting balls on a team. Want to bust up the mood so everyone feels a little better, like a team player joke. So
Take the
man,
edge off.
yeah. So Bern, okay, we've talked enough about dicks. We are coming towards the top of time. But I do want a final thought about dicks. What do you got?
Well, I mean, dicks can be very funny, but they can also be very serious.
Mm,
And if you're serious about your dick and improving your dick and its performance and your confidence in it, ain't no thing but a blue chew, baby. Ain't
Blue
no
Chew.
thing but a blue chew, baby.
Blue Chew has been enhancing dicks since before dick jokes. All right?
Hundreds of
It's
years,
always
I
been
think.
Blue Chew. You know? If you want a better dick, one way to get it, pop in a Blue Chew. That's it,
You want to
daddy.
be more confident in your average dick? Blue chew,
Uh-huh.
baby.
Yeah. If you want to go hang out at the club, bottles full of bub, smack around your schmecky and call it a night, proud of you. Proud of you. That's what we're doing, right?
It's all about that blue chew. More boners, more better, more blue chew. And a quick shout out to the balls, guys. Dicks would not be nearly as funny without
Yeah.
the
Unsung
oddity that is a
hero.
scrotum and
Yeah.
a set of clackers.
Amen to that. So, speaking of meaty clackers, this has been another episode of the Working Perspectives Podcast presents Ask AI. I'm Matt Lavelle, accompanied by the one and only Bern Podcasy. In case you're wondering, you can find all our stuff and all our content on all podcast platforms and YouTube at Working Perspectives Podcast. You know us on Instagram at Working Perspectives Podcast. Join us on Twitter and TikTok at Working P Pod. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, you can please email us at workingperspectives@gmail.com. And please like and subscribe. We'll keep bringing you this sweet, sweet content. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks. See you! Alright guys, thanks again for sticking around to the end of the episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Please copy and paste the message in the description. Send it over to Blue Chew. Get them to sponsor us. Change our lives forever. Make this show better, and we love you. Bye!